Good morning. This is Tammy with Flippin' Furniture. Hey, how are ya? I'm actually doing a Facebook Live today. This one we did back in November, December. It's a little suitcase. We did it for winter with the barn and the truck and the snowflakes. And today we're finally gonna turn it over and do the other side. So I already painted it. I painted it back then. So it is ready to go, with the exception that I just did a little sanding on top of it. So let me clean that off a little bit, get it out of the way. And I posted yesterday 3 different options, and you guys chose this church paper to work with. So that's what we're going to work with today. This is what we're going to decoupage onto there. So let's move that down. Let's see here. Don't know what angles are going to work here. I'm in a different space now. It's not ready by any means, but we're going to try it today and see what happens here. So, okay. I think I'm gonna try to just sand this edge a little bit and see what happens, and see if I'm gonna like that enough. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I was thinking if we could just sand it a little instead of having to rip it and tear it to make it blend, but no, that's not gonna be enough for me. So, of course, oh, I do. I was gonna say, I don't know where my misters are, but I found them. Ooh, I didn't bring glasses though, but I think I can read. Good morning, Anna. Oh, did I miss somebody? Good morning, Michelle. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mist that edge a little bit, get it wet so that I can tear this edge. It's just gonna make it easier for us to blend it. I just didn't want to lose that much of it, was why I was trying to cheat a little bit and sand it instead, but oh well. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna wipe this off. Don't really have a trash can here where I want it yet either, so. Okay, I'm gonna lay this towel down so that hopefully it doesn't make too much noise while I'm working with this, and it'll protect my suitcase, hopefully. And I think this is how I'm gonna lay this out. So I think once it's sitting up, I don't see any reason to wrap it around the bottom too far or go up around the top too far. Let's see what kind of angle you guys got. Let's go with that, I think. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to decoupage onto here. Hey, Lori Cochran. I know, I've been a bad girl. I've been posting a lot of replays lately. Thank you for sharing, Michelle. A lot of replays as we've been in transition mode here. Trying to swap the 2 rooms around. Lots going on here. And, yeah, I've been helping with cattle. Well, that was only one afternoon. Can't use that for much of an excuse, but there's always so much going on here. All right, so next we're going to find me a brush I like, a nice soft brush here, to put on our decoupage medium. And I believe I painted this, I'm going to say it was cobblestone. Honestly, it's been long enough, I can't remember, but a whitish paint, and it would have been a fusion mineral paint, but I think it looks like cobblestone, which is a very, very, very pale gray that looks like white, but if you had it next to a bright white, you'd see it might lean a little gray, but I use it as a white all the time just because I have a lot of it in stock. And it works. Okay, so then I'm going to spritz the back of the paper that I'm getting ready to lay down there. I really want to butt it right up to that edge if I can. And, you know, if I don't get it all the way up there, that's not a big deal. I can come in with some paint there too. Really wishing I had brought some glasses in. I really think there ought to be a pair laying around here, but I don't see any. And I promise I will try to look up for comments in a second after I get under control here. There is heat about to come on. You guys are going to have to let me know if that is too loud. I'll have to run in the other room and turn it down. And I am just smoothing this out with my fingers. Sometimes I use a squeegee, but I'm not feeling the need for that right now. I think when I do the smaller sections, I don't feel that's necessary. I don't think I got medium up there though. Okay. And I don't think I went around the curve here. Okay, let me peek up here and see if I've missed anybody coming in. Okay. I did miss a bunch of you. Hey, Robin. Hey, Diane. Hey, Kathy. The warehouse is in pretty good shape. This one, not so much. This area where I'm at, not too bad, but if I showed you that side, it's looking better, but it's got a long way to go, but we're getting there. Encouraging me to spring clean. Good. I tackled my pantry last night and started on some clothes, but did you weather the storms? I must have, because I don't think we really had any, so I can't say that I know of any. So we must have came out pretty good. Love this church paper. Thank you. Love the church. Thank you, Lori. Okay. Hello, Jen. I almost said Jerry. Hello, Jen. Okay. Back to business here. Alrighty. Same thing as before. I'm just going to probably do this in 3 sections because that honestly does the best. Now, if I'm by myself, I'd probably do it in 2 sections, but this actually probably is the easiest way without fighting any wrinkles, is to put your medium on. And I am actually using Fusion's decoupage and transfer gel today. No particular reason, that was just what I could find. So, yeah. And then I'm spritzing the back of this paper. And I don't spritz every paper. You know, I don't do this spritzing of the paper on rice paper. Rice paper doesn't need it, but tissue papers, yes, I do. I'm gonna go ahead and do this last little part because going over those curves, I kind of need it to all be done across the front here, I think. So I need a nice even amount, not too much, otherwise you'll be needing to get the excess out. And when I do feel like I have too much on, I do use a little squeegee to squeeze it out. And we'll see if I don't feel like I have too much on, but I'll know here shortly if I got too much on. Okay. And I was so excited because I come in here, it's like, oh no, they picked the church. How am I ever going to find the stencil I want for this? I came in here and I saw it right away. I was like, well, if that ain't a sign. But then I go to use it and it's bigger than the whole suitcase. I'm like, we don't need no stencil today. And really, once I put it on here, there is like, oh shoot, sorry you guys, didn't have this down here where you need it. And you guys are probably telling me that too. I hope you could see enough. But yeah, there's really, once I put the paper on here, there's no room for a stencil anyway. There really isn't. It'd have to be a teeny tiny something something. So yeah. Here's the stencil I was gonna put on here, and yeah, there is no way it was gonna fit. So you know, it just goes to prove some of these things I think are gonna work in my mind, and once I actually get them out, not so much. Okay. Courtney just came in and said someone said they can't see. Yeah, I just covered that. I'm an idiot. I had left it up there when I was trying to read the comments. That's why I should not move it around. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I was going to wipe off the extra water on the top, but I think we'll just go ahead and seal the top with our decoupage medium. And then we'll be ready to start trying to do a little blending. I do kind of wish I had moved this down a little in my mind before I started. That was on my mind, which actually when it's upright it might be okay. I wanted to make sure the steeple was, you know, more down to where you could see it easier. I'm hoping once it's standing upright that it will be, you know, in a good placement. I'm trying to make sure my brush strokes are straight up and down. Someone asked today how to have their brush strokes not show. I guess I hadn't really thought about that in years. I know when I used to use Mod Podge, you know, brush strokes definitely did show. And I never really thought about it because, I mean, I didn't know what I didn't know. But, you know, Mod Podge is definitely a thicker, different animal. But I just use a soft brush and try to make sure I'm going the same way and don't have too much product on. But yeah, this looks really good, I think. I don't anticipate seeing too many brush strokes. And I guess kind of a final little wispiness going over the top. Then I'm gonna dry it and see what we got here. So hold your ears. If you're catching a replay, this is a good time to fast forward. Which obviously we're live right now. This is Monday morning, 10-something o'clock. Don't hold your heat gun too close to it or you will bubble up your paper. If you got a really hot heat gun anyway. Oh no, we blew a breaker. Well, you'll have that, I guess. So, I have lost some lights and heat. So, okay, well, I don't know how that's going to do for your viewing pleasure. Let me see if anybody has said anything here real quick. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Jamie. Ooh, coffee on the couch today. Okay, let me see what else I missed. Hey, Dana. Always struggled with my papers till I started spritzing. Yes. Well, and I learned that from Royce. You got to give her all the credit for that. I thought that was crazy at first. I'm like, that's going to make my paper too weak and I'll tear it. And I did in the beginning. I just had to be more gentle. First time here from Tennessee. Well, welcome. New crafter, just setting up my craft room. Any pointers on what you would do differently? Setting up your space? Oh my gosh. I would not. I have set up so many different craft rooms. I'm trying to think if this is dry enough to even go on with. Courtney, are you trying to flip the breaker? I don't hear her, so hopefully she's trying to flip it. You think it looks okay enough to continue, hopefully? Gosh, do I have tips? No, I really don't. I mean, mine have always continually been evolving. Let's open up that to everyone. Does anybody have tips? I guess for me, a big one, I think I'm finally realizing, but, oh good, you can see just fine. I think we're going to focus on this part, which is the part that is a little tacky, but I think it's fine. And I think all I'm going to try to do is, oh, she found the right breaker. Good job, Court. I think I'm done with this, so I'm going to put this in water. I have ADHD, in case, I know that's not a big secret, but for me, let me show you that behind me. You got it. Thank you. You can leave that door. I didn't know that door was shut. Oh, okay. I am finding that, and I don't have this all filled behind me, I'm finding I need open shelving. I need to be able to see it. Things in cabinets, they are lost and never found. Out of sight, out of mind. So cabinets closed don't do me any good. Let me finish drying this. So that's just one thing. That's just a me thing. I found that somewhere not too long ago. I'm like, that makes so much sense for me in my brain. We'll see how it works. And I have a rolling cart with my paints on them. Like, all my fusion paints are on a rolling cart over here next to me. And I got rid of my filing cabinet that was below me because, well, for one thing, it was junk. I mean, it wouldn't open half the time. But I wouldn't use the stuff in it anyway. I kept piling stuff on it, using it as, what do you want to call them? I don't know. I would pile stuff on it instead of using the stuff in it. And now I'm stalling, trying to figure out how I want to do this. So basically, yeah. And that, again, stuff was hidden in those drawers, but. Hello, Sandy. Hey, Martha, from the gray Pacific Northwest. Do you have this paper? Yes, I do. I think Courtney put in a link for it up a little bit higher. Courtney, if you hear me, if you could drop the link in for this paper again. When you were talking about brush strokes in Mod Podge, what were you using in place of it? Oh, Courtney, if you could put in a link for, I'm using Fusion's decoupage transfer and gel. Courtney will put in a link for that too. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Okay, I've stalled long enough. I'm gonna try to, I think what I'm gonna try to do is put some greenish to carry this on, and either some blue and blue sky up there maybe, or whites. I'm not gonna try to blend that tree out at all. So, let's see, I got some greens out. No, I have a green. Let me grab a couple more. So this is where it gets hairy, this is where it gets scary, this is where you just don't know what, it's gonna look awful for a while. I know this bayberry is gonna be too dark, but I'm gonna start there, I think, if I have any left in this container. Maybe I don't. Oh, I didn't pick the scab off the top. So we're gonna start with some conservatory, which is still too dark. Oh, and she brought me glasses too, bless her heart. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap in some green. Kind of basically roughly where I think the shape of this should carry on. I'm even gonna take it into there. I'm not a professional at this by any means, so I should get that up higher so you get more of an overall view. And again, that was Conservatory by Fusion. And I actually feel like this should be more of a rougher brush, but for the base, we're gonna go with that. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna want some mustard. And of course I pulled out all these colors before I started. And now I don't like any of them, so now I'm pulling all different colors. And I want to dry that. Because if I don't dry it, it's going to be a muddy mess, and I don't want a muddy mess. I want to see the colors below there. I think I'm going to go with a different shade of green first. Oops, there's the bayberry now. So this is a darker green. This is bayberry. This is darker, and this is a rougher round brush. Oh, thanks, Lori. So I'm just gonna try to stipple in some here and there. This is an old rough, I would think you would call it maybe a stencil brush. I'm not sure. But it's old and rough, and it's just perfect for this kind of thing where you don't want it soft and smooth. And I may come back with this later after we add more colors too. But sometimes I just think every layer you add adds something. Okay, I think I'm gonna come in with some mustard now. I'm gonna use that same brush. I just cleaned it out with the water a little bit. And this is mustard, also by Fusion. Blot it off to see how much I've got. Yeah. And since I went over that's, you know, already on the paper, you know, it is gonna make you know, if I just tried to go this here and not bring it onto there, you would see a big difference. But since I'm carrying it onto here, it's, you know, gonna, you know, blend a little better. I feel like I should do some brown in there. Yeah, let's try a little bit of brown. We're gonna do some Woodwick. That might be too dark, actually. Algonquin might be better. I lied. We're gonna do Algonquin. And I'm gonna use the same brush and clean it out a little. This Algonquin is just a kind of a tan. It's that one right there. There was kind of a lighter color up there before I attacked it with the green. Trying to kind of look over here and see if it's anywhere close, which luckily they're not side by side, so hopefully it's doable. Okay. I think I need a little more of the mustard in it. Now I feel like it looks a little more drug out. I am not a fine detail artist, obviously. This is not my forte. Just looking at that side and trying to make it look somewhat sort of similar. And I think I'll take some of that one too. That was Algonquin. A little bit of the green. It's conservatory. Ooh, I don't like that. It's too much. Then I think I'm gonna come back with a little bit of that bayberry, that dark green that we talked about coming back with in the beginning. I don't know. It definitely doesn't look like the other side, but again, I'm not a fine detail artist, so what do you want from me? I think I'm gonna quit there, at least for now. And we're gonna focus up on the top and see what we can do there. So I'm definitely gonna need some white, and I think maybe a little pink and a little bit of bluish. That's gray. Let me put these to the side. I'm still trying to find my creative bone. You wouldn't think a heart attack can change that, but it has. Oh, doggone it. I was hoping maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to say because I'm not in your shoes. I guess I would hope, I don't know. I would hope watching videos would get you in the mood, but if it don't, then it don't. So I I don't know. Here's some pink. That one is no longer with us. Trash can. Okay. Go with lavender. Let's see if I got a different paint. Okay, we got some damask. And what do I want for a little bit of blue? Just a hint of blue. And maybe some French eggshell. So I'm gonna squirt just a little bit of those out. Of course, when I put very little out, I'll end up needing more. And I probably shouldn't work with that on my project, so don't do what I do, but I want you guys to be able to see it. And some white. I was really wanting to try Snowdrop. Oh shoot, it's in the other room. Shoot. I was thinking it's right over there because it used to, you know, this used to be the warehouse, so all of that was right over there. Okay. And I don't have a snowdrop out for me, I guess. All right, so what do I have out for white? I guess I have raw silk, which I don't think that's not white enough. Okay, Courtney, if you're listening, if you could bring me a sample pot of Snowdrop, I would much appreciate it. Okay, so I think we'll just start with a little bit of blue, which this isn't like a true blue or anything. This is French eggshell, and I always get nervous even just where to even start. And I don't think I want that brush after all. I get out all these brushes and then I change my mind too, so now I'm using a little dabber brush. I'm just gonna get started and see what happens. And I am going into the print itself. Thank you.
You're using damask, French eggshell?
French eggshell is what I have, is what I'm using right now. And now I'm gonna take it over. Oh shoot, can you see what I'm doing there? I'm putting some in and over here too. I think I'll even come in down there a little bit. I'm always nervous to start, I call it blending, but it's not really blending. Kind of, I don't know. Always nervous to start doing this kind of thing. But then what I always say, just play with it till we like it. Hopefully eventually it gets there, right? Clean out that brush. And come back in with some damask, which is this brownish pink, mauve, dusty pink. Dusty pink, I think, would be the color I would call this. Just put some hints of it. Don't love what I'm doing with that at all. Okay. And I love that there's script there, but we're probably gonna lose most of that. Okay, and this is Snowdrop, and it's probably gonna be too white. This is a brand new color from Fusion. Well, it's not brand new now, but it's a few months old anyway. But I haven't got to play with it yet, so here we go. I don't know if I want to tap or paint. I feel like I want to tap. I feel like tapping feels safer until I know what I'm doing. Ooh, that's way too bright. I think I better go back with a parchment or something like that. I like it, but that is bright. Too bright for what I'm doing. So, I wonder where my parchment is. Okay, Courtney, can you get me a sample pot of parchment? I'm gonna just keep working this in a little. What's that? That's raw silk, but I think that'll be too country white. Thank you. Okay, this is parchment. And it is not even what I want. Cobblestone. Can you get me a cobblestone? Dang it. Well, this is real life. This is how it really goes. And cobblestone is actually that color. Poor Courtney, she's 2 rooms away now, so with this, we can't see where you are painting the white on now, please. Good morning. Hey Jane, just jumped on, caught you live. I'll have to check my notifications. I missed the big snowstorm. I didn't even know there was a big snowstorm. Love the snowdrop. I'm almost out of my first jar. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know there was a big... Oh, well, what is it, New York, that, which would be, that is you, Jane, isn't it? Has gotten like 100 inches this year. Okay. I am just gonna start trying to get this, so I'm gonna have to clean up my... yeah, I just read somewhere that's, or read or heard that New York has had like 100 inches of snow this year. That is crazy. Cannot fathom. And you guys can see, I'm just gonna blend that up there a little bit. Yeah, I guess it would have been smart to tear these edges just to make it a softer blend at the top. I don't know if you could see that very well. We're approximately 160 miles north of New York City on the Hudson River. So does that mean you didn't get all that? I hope. That's just insane. Of course, we have cattle and livestock, so that would just be a nightmare. Okay. Okay, back to this nightmare. Nice segue, huh? Okay. Try to sit down here again and see what I'm doing. What size is the suitcase? Ugh. I don't know. The paper was 12 by 12, so let me get this a little more under control and I'll see if I can find a tape measure. Good either way, all the different whites blend. Yeah, I'm starting to think too, you know, I usually say all the layers usually add something or seem to add to it, so yeah, I may actually add those colors in here too, and the rest of it. Oh, I forgot we did that blue over there. I want to fade that back. And down here we did the blue and the pink a little. Just to kind of tie it all together. Need to do some there too. I need a smaller brush though. I think I might as well take it all the way to the church now, or at least closer, and all the way out there. But yeah, I think I need to work in all of those whites now. Let me dry it though. Oh, and let me get my tape measures right here. Okay, so roughly the inside decorating area I would say is 13 and a half-ish by 12, 11 and a half, roughly. Ish. Always got to throw the ish in there because I'm not good at measuring. So it's not a real big one, obviously. Which these are the funnest ones to work on, I think. But I have so many more to play with. But this one has been in here for a while. Taunting me, saying, finish me. If you were here in the beginning, you saw, or you may remember if you've been around a while, back in December, we did the other side with just a winter theme on it, a winter barn. And we added some molds to it. I don't think this one needs any. Or maybe we just added a mold, the truck mold, and I think they were just raised stencils for the snowflakes. Yeah, actually, we could do all that we did over there to that to make it really match. I don't think I feel like doing that though. Or maybe I'll do it off camera. I don't know. I probably really should. Then that way it doesn't, then that way it truly does match better. Okay, so we've got Snowdrop, we've got parchment. Oh, actually we've got, no, I don't have, I've got, this is raw silk I'm working in now. And parchment, I need to add some Snowdrop in. I probably should have done it before this because it's going to be so bright in comparison. I'll probably want to tone it back down. this is going to be some snowdrop again. If I put too much snowdrop, it might look really wintry. But I think I might come back in with some more of that blue and pink too. I'm just playing here till I like it. And because we sealed this, we are able to wipe that off of here without it sticking to it and being a bad thing. Okay, let's dry this. Okay. Hey, Christine. Let's see if we can get a little bit of, I think I've played it through in my head what I want to try. I would like a really scraggly chip brush. I think I want a bluer than that, though. I don't see anything handy, though. So we're just going to stick with our French eggshell. And we're going to try to dry brush it on there very lightly. Ooh, yeah, there it's showing up. I was like, I don't even see it, so not that light, but I want some color in there. Not on my tree trunk. Like I said, I wish it was a little more blue. We may just mix some real quick because, oops, I think I just broke my lid. I'm gonna throw in some Seaside with that snowdrop and see what we get. It's really pretty, but still not really quite bluish. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing either. I don't know if that's gonna look blue on there or not. Don't want much on my brush at all for this. Yeah, that's definitely more blue. It's bringing out the texture of the suitcase, but I'm okay with that. And I think I'm going to do that with the, I don't know how far to go down. Do that with the damask also. Oops, that's lavender. And I'm taking raw silk to fade that back some. That was more than I wanted on my brush. I'm not loving that yet. I feel like I need something over here on this side. I might have to look for a stencil yet. What do we think? Do I need to, I know I need to do that side. You want me to do that with you guys? Oh, heck, I can do it. You guys don't have to stay, but I've got to do it. I gotta look at the time first, though, too. And see if I got time to do it before I gotta make lunch. Okay, I think I'm getting this faded back to where it's not so bad. Oh, we could just do a raised stencil here in a design. But I don't know where my stencils are. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's looking pretty. Thanks, Anna. I don't know. It's not terrible, but it's not quite what I want either. But I don't know what I wanted either, so. Okay. Okay. If I was a little neater on that side, it might not be so bad. I'm thinking about, well, it can't be too big because I don't want it in the trees. I don't know. I may just have to do that off camera once I find a stencil and just do a decorative stencil on the side, but I don't know if I can remember how I did those colors over there to repeat this over here. What did I do with the colors I was using for that? See, I've already worked myself into a hole here. So that's the sky. There it is. I did a good job and put it out of my way. Okay. I think we started with conservatory. Oh, I need to glue that down. I don't want to get into that tree because I don't want to have to recreate it. Are we? Yeah, making sure I gotcha. I think it looks good. Maybe just wait and see what comes to mind later. Where would a church hymn look okay there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If I had a stencil with a church hymn, or I actually have musical paper. Musical note paper would look good there too, wouldn't it? Just torn off there on the side. That would be really cute. I'll have to find that later. I like that idea.
Dad has it if you want and bring Casey's home.
Oh, is he in town?
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fine. I never turn down my husband bringing home lunch. Thank you, Lisa. Raised hymn. Yes, musical paper. I will have to see what I can find. Because you know I got a mess going on here. So that's gonna make it a little difficult. Just a little challenge. You know, I may not do much more than this over here. I think with leaving this inside, I don't know. I think this side looks okay. But I do want to nail down this side. Now this will all need sealed when we get done, but we're not done, so. And I know I have some music books. I could take something out, but I don't know if any of them are hymns. I mean, they're books that, I mean, like classroom books, I believe. Get that wet. I've got probably 4 or 5 of those books that I don't know if they would look good on here or not, but I'll have to see what I've got. So anyway, this is what we're looking at for now, but we've got to have something there. It's too blah, or another tree, but there's no way I can match that tree. That tree is just too gorgeous. I like that side you were doing now. Thank you. Yeah, it's nothing fancy, but at least it's got our paint on it now, so it kind of goes with it better now. I maybe should add some mustard to it, but I don't know. So I think I'm gonna look for something else, look for something to fill in that side, and then finish it up. Thanks, guys. Yeah, starting to struggle there towards the end, but hopefully I'll find something to finish that side up and bring it all together. But thanks for hanging out. It's been so long since I feel like it's been so long since I've actually done a Facebook Live, but maybe it hasn't been as long as I thought, but it's been a hot minute. So anyway, hopefully that I'm back in this, that I have a spot again. Hopefully I can get back to it a little bit easier. But anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll try to get this finished up as soon as I find something. And I will see you guys later. Thank you, Sandy. Bye, guys.